I'm particularly grateful to God tonight because of the mercy and the grace that He has shown to me. Good evening and welcome to the Voice of Faith Night Devotion. I want to thank God for today being Sunday, the 6th of June, and I want to believe that you had a good time today in church also. Well, tonight I want to just simply drop a thought in your mind before you sleep today because usually what we hear when we go to bed, the last thing we hear matters a lot. Now, nobody knows who wakes up tomorrow morning and who does not. We are all going to bed tonight by faith, trusting in the mercy of God that He will wake us up tomorrow. Now, I need you to know that tomorrow is Monday and your posture matters in everything you do. Your experience is tomorrow. Don't forget that the kind of posture that you have or that you put up will determine a lot about the experiences you are going to have. I want you to be careful when you talk with people because the things you said last are usually remembered. And I am also very careful with that because James chapter 1 from verse 19 says, be quick to hear and be slow to speak. And many times we talk, we do not really realize what that talk has done to someone. And the last things we say matters a lot to people and they will always remember. What is the posture you have? What is the posture you show to people? It to a large extent affects your experiences. Now, think, for example, someone that's always having a fighting posture, a husband and wife, for example, that they never agree on any issue other than maybe when they want to have sex. And even when they're having the sex too, it's like two dumb people, too dumb and deaf. They just have the thing and then they're out of the place. Nobody talking, nobody doing anything. Now, but that's the only place they seem to have a common ground where they have things together to do. But every other thing, they must argue over every other thing. That's not agreement. That's the wrong posture. Now, another thing that bad posture does, fighting posture does that, it puts people away from you. They don't want to talk with you because they don't want you to pick up a quarrel with them. They don't want to get into argument. So that's what fighting posture does to you. It puts people away from you and it doesn't allow them to discuss with you things that actually could even be to your own benefit. So what are the things that make people to know or makes you look like you have a fighting posture? Your disposition, your facial expression, your tonation. These are all the things that actually demonstrates the kind of postures you have. Your physical, disposition. Now they look at the way you look, and then your tonation, and then the way your gesticulations also matter a lot. So be careful tomorrow as you go to work because people see you before they hear you. So have a posture. If the man looks at you that you are always, having a fighting posture, a quarreling posture, one of the things, the greatest thing that it does is that it makes people to generally avoid you. Do you have a fighting posture or a personality that is, unnecessarily repulsive? It makes you to be repulsive and makes people to stay away from you. From tonight, be conscious of how you look. Be conscious of the way you carry yourself. Be conscious because many times you say, oh, he doesn't communicate. Oh, she doesn't communicate. Have you checked your posture? You say, how do I know? Have you checked your tonation, the way you talk? Have you checked the way you carry yourself? Have you checked your gesticulations? Okay? Have you checked your utterances? Now, these are things that make up your posture that you put up. Do you understand? So if you want to, people to come close to you and talk with you and express themselves, work on your posture. That means your tonation. That means your gesticulations. That means your carriage. Do you understand? And let them know that you are friendly. Let them know that you are welcoming. Let them know that you are not going to pick, argument or put up argument over everything that they bring up. Like I just talked about that of, husband and wife, that the only time they tend to, agree, and that agreement too is just because, they both needed the emotional stuff, the sex. And once that happens, they no longer talk to themselves. May God bless us. Have a good night. Shalom.